Hey, welcome to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for you. Got it, Virgo. Now that energy is fluid, just interpret the message as it best resonates. Never force anything. Know that the message always goes to the person that needs to hear the message. If you're new to my channel, anything of any importance you can find in the description box. All important links. My other YouTube channel is also, the link is there. My subscriptions, so the Patreon link is in there. So if you're someone that is in need of shadow coaching, you definitely want to check out my Patreon, my shadow coaching program. There is no other program that's out there that's like it for the amount of money. For $5 a month, you get inner child healing, you get shadow healing, you get reparenting, and you get all the healing modalities to help heal the effects of trauma. And we play cards, and we do different oracle spread readings, and I offer prizes and giveaways, and depending on the tier that you get is how often. So again, if you're someone that's in need of shadow healing, it's never been easier than it is now. I mean, YouTube, $5 a month, right in the comfort of your home. It's become part of a community. It's really great. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, all you need to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word from the deck, this deck. Cards came out from this deck, the Psychic Soul Healer deck. You're going to write the name of the card in your comment bar. Okay. Maliciousness. So you're going to write that word in your comment bar. You know, if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath, if I did, what correspond back and forth on YouTube, figure out the best day and time that you could do a reading. All right. Now, I just want to tap in. Give me a second or two to feel the energy. I always feel like the word that I pull for the word of the day, which is the word of the video, is the underlining energy of your reading. So right now I'm feeling again maliciousness. That's not a nice word. Obviously, that's when someone is deliberately trying to do things to get underneath your skin. And so I'm feeling like you're connected to someone that is trying to do everything and everything for you to reach out to them, Virgo, because they don't want to reach out to you. I feel like you're in separation with a soulmate, and I can't tell whether it's a soulmate twin flame yet or if it's a soulmate karmic mate, because both those type of relationships trigger, and both parties have a way of getting underneath each other's skin. And I'm just feeling like, again, your person is aggravated because they want you to come. They expected that you were going to cry and run after them. I'm feeling like you and this person have been in separation for quite some time, and you have not responded. You have not reacted. They've tried to do a lot of things to get your attention. You haven't done anything. They thought that you were someone else. And you know what happens when someone perceives you to be someone and then you don't fulfill what they perceived that you were going to do? Well, it triggers them because they expected you to run after them and be so upset and want to work out the relationship and make sure that they were okay and be really nurturing to them. And I feel like you haven't done shit. You don't care. And I feel as if it's starting to irk them. Like at first it didn't irk them. Now it's starting to irk them. So again, there's a fine line between love and hate. And I'm feeling like this connection is teetering on that line, where you both waver from back and forth. And that's because you're connected to someone that has a huge ego that needs to come in correct, but instead of coming in correct, I feel like they play a lot of fucking games. And that's the energy that I feel. That's why I said it that way, because it's almost like it's really irritating, and you have to watch that this person wants you to react. This person knows what they're doing. They want you to be like, so that it almost justifies why they acted like an asshole. And it's because they thought you were someone else. You're not that person. Now they're forced to look at themselves. Now let's see what the cards tell us, because that's what I'm picking up from this. This the word of the day. The word of the day for me is very triggering. I don't know how you, but I'm like someone that deliberately goes out of their way. And could be energy that you have to deal with or had to have dealt with a few times within your life. So it could also be triggering for that reason. Because when we have a karmic mate, they come into our life to show us something about ourselves that needs to be healed so that we can evolve. Karmic past life is not someone that you would want to really pursue a relationship with, because they're karmic. They're not ready to step it up a notch. And that's the energy here. Someone that's malicious. I'm just saying. Okay, I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on it. So again, whatever you're doing, Virgo, they feel because you have a soul connection to them, and they see that you're doing big things, and then you're out in the public eye. I feel like this person wants a piece of that action. I feel like this person feels like you're part of their destiny. I'm praying you'll come back after everything that's happened between us. I worry that you won't forgive me and allow me another chance. Well, it's like they know. They know that they've done everything. They know that they've tried to play games here. They thought that you were someone else. They thought that you were going to react the way that other people react. But what they see is that you were really invested in your career, invested in your life, that you have friends. So again, they misjudged you. They thought that you were going to be so devastated. And what they see is that you're someone that fills up your own cup. You don't really need them to fill up their own cup. And now I feel like they have more feelings for you. I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but sometimes I judge the situation instead of surrender to it. Yeah, because it triggers the shit out of them. They're like, it triggers them. So they don't want to surrender to it the same way that you don't want to surrender to it. But I believe that this person is not fair. And so they know what they have to do. And what they have to do is they would have to step into a better version of themselves to be able to communicate and really articulate what it is that they want. They don't want to do that. They want to sit there and play games. They wanted to act superior. They want to feel loved. They want to feel desired and looked after. Whatever you just cleared, help me to shift to. I'm feeling like what it is that you're shifting out of the place of caring. You're starting not to care. And it's and as you release yourself, I'm feeling like this person is the more that you release, the more that this person is going to come forward. And it's almost like they have a intimacy issue. They deliberately sabotage their relationships. They must have a lot of trauma, because people that are malicious and they're angry people. And so people that are angry, they need healing. So I'm feeling like just because they have feelings for you that are deep, and they're not used to having to feel such deep feelings, and they're used to being able to not be affected by other people. You're affecting this person to the fact that instead of them acting loving, what they're doing is they're acting the opposite, trying to get underneath your skin, trying to play games, but play games in a very in a mind in a mind fuckery way. Like I'm going to act really nice sometimes, and then I'll pull away, and then I'll ignore you, and then I'll act like you, and I'll always act like you don't care, like that you don't matter. That I'm going to do things that make you question, but that in that keeps you bound to me, because that's has worked for this person in the past, just not with you. They thought that it would work with you, and what they're seeing is it's not working with you, and what they're seeing is that putting so much time and effort and energy in doing this, I think that they grew more feelings to you because their focus was continually on you, and they kept expecting you to like react, to do something, to chase them, to give them what they were seeking, and that's not what happened. I want to be more than friends. I left when I saw you with someone. I feel like this person's so insecure. I don't even feel like you were with anyone. I feel like if you talk to other people, this person needs to know that if they're going to go for you, that it's going to be a slam dunk. They don't have to try. They want you to pursue them. They don't want to have to do any work. So of course, if they even see you talking to someone else, you have friends. You're someone known in the community. That's one of the appealing things about you to them. So the thing is, they know that they're not treating you right. They see that you're attractive. They like you, so that they know that other people are going to like you too. So the more time that goes apart, the more that they think that other people are talking to you, you're talking to other people, the more that they try and play games to try and get you to react. You don't react, it makes them more nervous. It's like this person needs to grow up. I hide behind material things. Like they have a big ego. They want people to think they're their stuff and not really who they are. I love you. And they're not used to that deep, real, unconditional love when they have no control. This is a connection that triggers the shit out of them. And they wish that it didn't, but it triggers them and then they react. And I believe that they sabotage this connection. I wish I could take back my words. I regret lying to you. Yeah, so now they're in regret, but it was like after they tried to do all this shit to try to trigger you. It was like, well, that didn't work. So now you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Yeah, like they didn't really want to let you go. It was more like they couldn't like surrender their ego. They can't show a vulnerable side of themselves. And that's really what the issue is here, to the point that they love you. They have feelings for you. This is a soul connection, even if it's a past life soul connection. That love transcends time and space. There's so much passion between a connection like this. But your person not wanting to step it up, to not do anything, like I said, it's infuriating because it's like, grow up already. But it's like they didn't want to grow up. They're like, I don't want to grow up. I like it that people chase after me. I like it when I create drama in their lives. I like creating toxic attachments. That's what I need to feel fulfilled. And what happened is they misjudged you. They thought that you were going to go for all that. And possibly because I'm feeling, Virgo, you're a humble person. You don't like drama. And so they perceived you to be a certain way because you downplay yourself. And now they're seeing the truth. They're surrounded by a bunch of people that really are not good. I am intimidated by you. Of course they are, because you're true. And then you are the person of my dreams. Again, so that's what it is. They put you on a pedestal now. Then so they went from not giving you any attention to now putting you on a pedestal. So do you see the imbalance, how it goes to from extremes when a person has an intimacy issue? It's like they don't feel comfortable in forming those deep connections because they have trust issues. So instead, they try to manipulate everything. When meanwhile, they're doing that because you're the intimidating one, because you're like clean. I feel like you're spiritually clean, where this person has a lot of spiritual blocks, a lot of blocks that create a lot of triggers, and just you being out in the public eye, being seen, them having such a deep connection, you not chasing after them playing games and you not reacting to their games is what actually demolished this relationship, because they couldn't let their ego just, surrender. They lost the importance of the connection. What became more important was winning, was getting you to do what they wanted you to do, to react to them the way that they needed for you to react, was give me reassurance, show me I'm desirable. So it was almost like they were in like, you make me want to be a better person. Yeah, because you walked away, you weren't having this shit. So they look ridiculous. They look ridiculous because they're there now and they're like, I thought that you were this person, which was, I was better than you. Now the tables have turned where I feel like you're better than me. And now I'm looking at myself and I'm ashamed of the way that I acted. And so now I want to be a better person, but I destroyed the relationship in the meantime, is what I see. I dive in and out of relationships. Yeah, like I said, they like to have the surface relationships. They like to get people like, connected to them so that, people make a big fuss over them, and they like to create triangles, and they like to create a lot of drama so that they seem really desirable. They like to make people get attacked and then pull away. And that's what they tried to do to you, and it backfired. Please be patient with me. I'm afraid of commitment. Like, because they have trauma that they need to heal. So the best that we can do is say, well, why would spirit bring someone like this into our life? What are we supposed to learn? Because it's karmic. This is a past life karmic me. Someone that is afraid of commitment, someone that dives in and out of relationships, that creates a lot of drama, wants you to chase them, wants you to blow smoke up their ass and make them feel wonderful. And when meanwhile, it's like they don't do anything to create that. But I feel like they're used to dating people that, listen, if you go for lower hanging fruit, people that don't care for themselves, they don't notice how bad someone's treating them. And I just feel like this person, because they're connected to so many people on the outside, they try to put on this facade that they're this important person. Well, meanwhile, behind the scenes, they're slumming it. They're in and out of relationships. They're playing games. They're totally contradictory to like what they want people to present themselves. And the thing is, you already saw who they are. They perceived you to be somebody else. And now that they're up close, they're ashamed, because they're like, I thought you were like one of those slum people, because I was talking to so many different people going in and out of relationships. I didn't notice who you really were. And now they're like, now I see who you really are, and I'm embarrassed. And they should be. But it's making them look at themselves. So we have to say, well, why the hell would spirit bring this person into our life? What do we need to learn? Because that's the best that we can do with this energy. Fear, So fear is the mother of all the shadow inside of us. So I'm feeling like that could be a huge fear of yours. You could have grown up in a family where you saw like a narcissist and an empath type of connection, and it's an inherited trauma, and breaking the inherited trauma, because I feel like you are someone that's humble, you are someone that's a giver, you are someone. So it's to realize when someone doesn't make you feel safe, because again, that could be a spiritual block that you had, again, growing up, being around people that didn't support you. This person didn't support you. It kicked up a lot of that energy. What else were we supposed to learn? Disgust and loathing. So again, this person's behavior was disgust and was loathing. So I feel like it says what the root of the feeling is like, and what is the inner child healing for disgust. We need to look at that, because really that's what it is. It's like something that fear and disgust. It's like, okay, well, this person like deliberately does things to get underneath your skin that you would be disgusted with them after a certain amount of time. Their behavior is disgusting, and it creates a lot of fear within inside of you. So, I mean, it's obviously not healthy. Obviously, like we crafts and creativity to put more energy into your own. So it's again, like I said, giving a person time and energy, and this person isn't giving anything back. If anything, they're draining you. So this is talking about like putting your energy into your own things that fill you, right? To fill up your own cup so that it overflows even more. And I feel like that's what you did. Like that was the spiritual lesson. And it was a spiritual lesson because at one time you grew up in an environment that didn't make you feel safe, and emotionally safe is just important as physically safe. So you were taught to be able to take care of yourself, like I said, to fill your own cup up. So I'm feeling like this was more or less a spiritual test. And like a lot of times we get a test right before we evolve, before we're able to go up. And it was more this person's test. And it's again, inner authority, yeah, about listening to yourself. It was about listening to yourself, and about, regardless of what someone shows you, that I believe that sometimes this person was charming. I do. And I should say, regardless of what you feel about this person, because when you met this person, there was instantaneous connection. This is a past life soul connection that feels a lot like twin flame connection. So it's a really intense spiritual connection that is a divine connection, meaning the universe has brought this person into your life to teach you, to help you both evolve into better people. And so for you, it was more of, again, about trusting yourself, going back into a situation that kicked up a lot of emotions, a lot of fears from childhood, from your past, of, not really to be around people that you don't resonate with, the people that don't make you feel safe, that people that don't have good character, that people like that disgust you, that is up to you to listen to your inner authority, to do what's best for you, regardless of what you want the connection to be. Because again, when it's a soulmate type of connection, we want the relationship to work out. But this was just a spiritual test for you to listen to yourself and to act on it. That unfortunately, we always have to go back into spiritual tests that we might have not learned, that might mirror other times and experiences that we went through, where again, this was not an easy would not be an easy connection to break because there was a lot of feelings. But I mean, the crafts and the creativity, that's our second chakra. That's our passion center. That's our unique individuality. That's that second chakra. That's also our relationship center and our passion center there. So when you're connected to someone that's toxic, that is playing games and wants to react, and you know it, it's like, I feel like the old Virgo would have given more, would have nurtured more. You didn't do that. You put it into yourself, and that's what you needed to do. And you passed it. So we asked Spirit, what is the spiritual energy that we should incorporate into our lives? Because with this person isn't, we don't want this person anyway, because they're not healed. They need to do a lot of healing. But we ask the universe anyway for some guidance of, maybe, again, what can make this transition away from this person a little bit easier? What energy should we pull into our life? Because like I said, that was a karmic test. You passed it, but letting go to a person that you have feelings for, a lot of times isn't easy. So we ask the universe, what aid can we use? What should we be looking at right now to make us feel a little bit better? The path to light. I make the conscious choice to move towards the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strength. By mastering my thoughts, I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. Acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. So I feel like passing this test for you is a path to light, which is that you're evolving into a higher state of consciousness, which is unconditional love. And we have to do that by transmuting a block. And this was a block. And the block of dealing with difficult people and maybe wanting those people to change, seeing them how we want to see them instead of how they truly are. And which means that we have to come to a place of acceptance. And that, I believe, it was your spiritual test, that know that you're one step closer to being like on your way, you know, to fulfilling your soul's purpose, like to clearing yourself, to evolving, that this was beneficial and you won't need to keep having tests like this. Now the universe can bring you someone into your life that is going to show you value, that's going to act as if you're valuable. And so that's why you needed to go through it. For your person, let's just pull for them. To be fair, we'll put this card back in, and we'll also pull from another deck to see what does the universe say about them, because we already know what they need to do. But they need to do a lot of shadow healing work, like, and to surrender that ego. But aside from that, what healing energy can they learn? Me, I allow serenity to regain in me the love I have for myself, invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to honor and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. So I feel like your person doesn't know who they are. Again, and most narcissists don't. And this person displayed narcissistic tendencies where, again, they like how everything looks. They hide behind their material. They play a lot of games. It's all about getting a reaction. So it's, again, it's about working on themselves to find the value with inside themselves, that they don't have to actually do that. There's a part of them that needs people to chase after them and to blow smoke up their rear end and to, you know, reassure them that they're desirable, like, because they can't sustain themselves. And in that, the fact that they're so depleted, they're toxic. So it's about, again, working on themselves and finding like the serenity inside of themselves, because clearly the chaotic energy inside of them is what makes them get so triggered to you, that makes them want to resist instead of accepting, again, what they feel and looking at it so that they can strive to again, to fulfill the needs of their soul, to fulfill their needs of their soul, which is about soul healing. And one more. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So I would say that could be for both of you, where it's like faith is the bridge that connects you to what you reap, to what is sown, right? So what is sown is what is reaped. I always say that backwards. I think it's what is reaped is to what is sown. Anyway, it's that it's a faithful, that you're realizing that the universe is bringing people into your life to support you, to teach you, to help you evolve, and that the universe doesn't really want to hurt you. It wants to bring you to a place of unconditional love, teaching you what unconditional love is, because that's the energy of the universe. That's why we're down here in physical form, to learn that we're not separate from unconditional love. However, we all tend to put expectations on things and tend to think that things need to be and look a certain way, when what we learn through our soulmate is that even when they do things wrong, even when they're toxic, there's still that soul connection. That unconditional love is still there. And so that the universe is showing us, is teaching us. And that's really the big lesson here. The lesson is about surrendering and accepting for you, Virgo. And for this person, it's about finding out who they are, healing their soul, and then understanding that the universe is supporting them, that maybe they should do not just shadow work, but read some spiritual material, understand how the universe works. I believe that this person is like low vibe, so they're coming more from the physical, analytical perception, and there's many different realities that play it at one time. And due to how your person acted and reacted, it's again, they're not evolved, so they need to be taught. So in order to heal, they need education. They need new awareness to counteract that energy. But when you apply this information, you see how the laws of the universe unfold, and you see that support, and you actually can feel the unconditional love. And that is really what your person needs, because they don't love themselves. And a lot of times that happens when we didn't get the love that we needed growing up. And that's kind of what I'm feeling, that your person never got what they needed growing up. So they just dive in and out of relationships, stay for the honeymoon phase and on to the next, and play a lot of games. And it's all about that. And it's, they came across you. It was completely different. It freaked them out. It was real. It was deep. They felt like they have no control. They played a lot of games. They sabotaged this connection because they thought they misjudged you. They thought that you were someone else. And really, they'll have to live with that forever. So I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know if you resonated with this message. And if you did, just leave that comment in your comment bar, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.